Getting high with no friends around. Believe me when we're live is falling apart. Love is a shame, my darling. It's getting hard with no love around.
Welcome back, guys. China here with another Dollar Tree haul, and in today's haul I'm going to be setting up the Easter theme tablescape, created using 99% Dollar Tree products. I'm so excited about this. A little anxious because a lot of times, you know, when I'm like staging models or offices, clubhouses, or whatever, or decorating, basically, you know, what you want to happen is what comes, you know, the vision that you have in your head to translate into real life, and that does not always occur. You know, sometimes it turns out better. 9 times out of 10 it turns out better. Sometimes it's, you know, it's not as cute and you have to do some tweaking. But my goal is to show you guys how you can use all Dollar Tree products and create a beautiful tablescape for your family. If you're having like a nice get-together dinner, you're going to be doing it at your formal dining room table or at any table where you can elevate the look of your dinner or lunch presentation. So that is the goal. Okay, so let me adjust the camera here a hair. I don't know if that made it better or worse. You know, I'm trying to center it. Okay. So let's dive right in. I'm going to be showing you stuff that's going to be used in the table, and I'm also going to be showing you stuff that, you know, it can be used for every day or stuff that you can pick up for any occasion. Doesn't have to do anything to do with the tablescape. All right, so let's dive right in. So this is something that I especially love the Dollar Tree carries, which are these 12-piece flatware. So it's silver plastic cutlery. You're getting enough for 4 place settings. So I picked these up. I have found them on a very rare occasion in gold. I found them in also like where they have like a sparkle to them, you know, like a glittery effect. Those usually come around in New Year's. I haven't seen them this year, but I've seen them in gold. I've seen them in rose gold. But the classic silverware is something they carry year round. Now they also do carry individual flatware if you want to buy them individually that are made out of stainless steel. And those are something you can pick up for the sake of presentation. And I feel like these are more, you know, metallic. They shine better. The stainless steel ones that they have tend to have a cheaper look. They tend to look not as vibrant, and so for aesthetic purposes only, I'm going to be using the plasticware to do my presentation. Now I'm pretty sure most of you have your own silverware at home, your own flatware, and so you can always use that, but for the table and for setting it up, I'm going to be using the plasticware. And it's great to pick up, you know, if you're having a New Year's party, an anniversary, you know, something that you want to be a little bit more elevated, not necessarily black tie level formal, but, you know, a little bit of an elevated party to where the flatware looks a little bit nice, but it's not going to be black tie necessarily. So those are something to keep an eye out for. Okay. Also, I was debating between the color of napkins. So I found these that are in a goldish color. And, you know, like a beigey golden color. So you're getting 12 luncheon napkins, or what they call servilletas in Spanish. They're 13 by 13 an inch. And so because of the color scheme that I'm going for, I was debating between white napkins or this color here, which to me has kind of like a taupe goldish kind of color. So I may use these or I may use the white. So again, they come in 20. And these are found in the section where the party supplies are sold at. So your store should carry these items as well as the plastic flatware that I just showed you, because this is something that is a Dollar Tree brand, and just about every single, if not every single Dollar Tree that I've ever been to carries these products, so you shouldn't have trouble finding them if this is something that you want to recreate. So white, 20 pack, and this taupey golden color, also a 20 pack. So I'm going to set these to the side because I'm debating on which ones I'm going to use. Now, where I am going to set up the table is going to be in our formal dining room table. So I have filmed in there one time, but you didn't really get to see a whole lot of it. But that's where I'm going to be setting up the place setting. Now, our formal dining room table seats 8. It has a leaf that extends out the table. We've removed the leaf because it's very rare where we'll have, once annually, twice annually, we'll have everybody sitting at that table. So the leaf is removed and put away. And the additional seating is put away in the attic. So right now what we have is where it seats 6. I'm going to set up a display for 4 people. But just to give you the general idea of what you can do in your own home if this is something that you're interested in doing. Okay, now these you may have seen all the time. These are plates that they carry year-round all the time. What I do like about them is that they remind me of Fiesta ware. So you guys have seen these by Royal Norfolk. And they have like the swirl teal pattern to them. Check them out. And then at the trim, there's like a brown trim color at the edge of that. So what I ideally wanted was white plates. I wanted white plates in the 6-inch side and the 8-inch size, or the 10-inch sizes, but they didn't have them. What they did have was square plates, which have a very ultra-modern look. And although they were white, they do not go with the aesthetic of what I'm trying to achieve. I want a kind of rustic, very a spring-like look, and those square white plates just were not going to work. I'm sure that you can find white round plates at Dollar Tree. I've seen them there before, but of course I was on the hunt, and when I saw them and should have bought them, I didn't. And so I went back, hit up a couple stores, could not find them at all. There was clear plates, there was these, there were gray plates, and then there were these colors. But I'm gonna make this color work. So this is gonna be my plate that I'm gonna be using for my Easter setup, and I'm gonna make it look cute regardless of the fact of not being able to get the white plates. So I basically centered my decor around this color scheme. So, and I think this still works for Easter. And it works for year-round. You can use it for other occasions. So again, Royal Norfolk, and these are $1.25. This is a great deal for plates. It says that they're microwave safe. They're also dishwasher safe. So, these are going to be the ones that I'm going to be using to set up that place setting. Okay. This is unrelated to my Tablescape here, but I wanted to incorporate other stuff as well because maybe not all of you are interested in setting up a Tablescape. I am working on a tropical themed, like kind of palm tropical themed giveaway. I've shown a couple of those items before, and summer's not quite here yet, so they haven't started putting out those items quite yet. But as I'm coming across things that I feel would tie into that color scheme, into that aesthetic, I'm picking them up. And so I came across this cucumber face mask. So what it says is it's by Global Beauty Care. And from what I understand is you can pick up this brand at other stores, including like Ross and Home Goods, Marshalls carries this as well. So it's a hydrogel face mask and includes vitamins A, C, and E. And it's a 15-minute facial therapy. So if you're like me and you have like 0 patience, like next to none, these are perfect for you. I tend to stay away from face masks. I'm sure they're good for your skin. I'm just like, my skin can break out so easily, so I'm very leery of trying different products. But I know a lot of you have had very positive results using face masks. They're very hydrating for the skin. You want to add moisture and vitamins. And so if you're a fan of face masks, be on the lookout for this one here. And I'm going to be including this face mask in that tropical giveaway. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be coming in future videos. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to build up, products to throw into that beautiful tote bag. I also have like a floral theme one coming up. I have I've lost my train of thought. I have quite a few of them that I'm building up right now, and you know, I collect items, and when I feel that I have enough items to throw in, then I'll do the announcement and I'll let you know what all's included and how you can enter. But yeah, if you like face masks and you like a lot of beauty products, Dollar Tree is definitely the place to go. Okay. Another thing that I always like to pick up at Dollar Tree are stationery. Stationery, y'all, is one of my favorite things to be on the hunt for, and I'm always looking for new and beautiful stationery. So I came across this absolutely stunning floral print stationery. Look how gorgeous this is. I am in love with the color scheme, love the flowers that they chose, and I like how it says notes. The font is simple, and I love that it's simple because the flowers do all the talking. The flowers are the center of attention. And you have this elastic strap to keep your little journal closed, your little notebook closed. And it matches the colors of the flowers, which I especially love. This is by Jot. It's 60 sheets. So, and the pages are lined. This is something you need to look out for because sometimes they sell, you know, these type of notebooks where the pages are unlined. If that's not an issue for you, then it's not something to look out for. But if you need to have your pages lined, then you definitely want to check out. It'll say here in a little note, a little sticker. The sticker is removable. It's easily removable, and it'll tell you that the pages are lined. So it's saying 120 line pages. What it means is front and back, because it's actually, excuse me, got the hiccups here. It's actually 60 pages. So this is what they look like inside. So what I love about, y'all, I got the hiccups. Let me get a drink of water because I'm pretty sure you don't want to hear me like hiccuping during the whole video. Hopefully that helps. I don't know. I've heard that works for that. We'll see. Okay, so back to the journal. These are, you know, really pretty to throw in as part of gift sets. If you love to write in beautiful journals, maybe you like to, you know, write your prayers in these. If you're part of a women's group, a Bible study, these are really, really great to include. You know, college students, high school students, somebody that likes to journal. If you like to plan, you like planners, you like to add stickers to these are always a great gift. These are always a perfect pickup and make perfect additions to whether a gift set, a birthday gift set, or, you know, for stocking stuffers. It's never too early to start. So I picked that up there. Okay, so remember guys, I am going to be doing a charcuterie board, and in the charcuterie board, it's going to be a dessert themed one. So all the stuff that's going to be added are going to be sweets. And so I'm, you know, been on the hunt at Dollar Tree. They primarily right now have Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, and also, what's that other holiday? Mardi Gras. So there's a lot of that in the store. The Easter stuff is slowly trickling in. So as I go, I'm looking for Easter related candy and sweets, but I will look at other items just in case I can tie them into the look that I'm going for, even though they're not Easter in theme. So with that being said, I came across the Tootsie Rolls. So yes, the Tootsie Rolls have hearts on them, but I feel that the color scheme, you know, with the pinks and the purples and the very light colors will work as part of the charcuterie board. So I picked up these, but these are also great if you're putting together a Valentine's Day gift for your significant other. It's called Chocolatey Midgies with Conversation Messages. It gives you an area to write to and from. Right here, to, from. Hopefully that shows up on camera. There it is. And let's see how many you're getting. So it says that there are 120 calories for 5 of them and 4 ounces. So there's 4 ounces of the Tootsie Rolls in this package. So I picked them up for my charcuterie board, and that's what I plan on using them for. Another item that I picked up, it's another food product, are going to be these birthday cake cookie dough bites. These look delicious. So if you're like me, I'm a fan of like funfetti birthday cake flavored stuff, you know, like when you see it in like pancakes, or you see it in cake or ice cream, and it's that funfetti kind of thing going on, which I think this is what this is. It's birthday cake cookie dough bites. So if you are a fan of these and you know you're having a craving, they sell these. Or sometimes people pick these up to go to the movie theater, because you know when you go to the movie theater, you know the concession stand products can be super expensive. So you can bring in some of these, have something to munch on. You don't have to spend $50 for a box of popcorn and you know, a thing of soda. You can bring in your own stuff. I don't know if that's allowed or not, but it's been a while since I've been to the theater, so I'm not sure if those are things that are permitted. But nonetheless, you can pick these up even if you're doing a movie night at home, and or again, if you're doing a cookie bouquet, a candy bouquet, a little gift set, just because you feel like snacking. These look super good. I really love the color scheme, and so I'm going to be including them on my charcuterie board. What I also have heard is that you can take some of these and get some Greek yogurt, you know, maybe some honey flavored Greek yogurt or vanilla, and sprinkle these over the top of your yogurts and just give it a little bit more pizzazz. And so that's something to consider as well. Okay, so I picked up 2 of those, and those are going on my charcuterie board. Okay. So also picked up these. This is something that I've never tried. It's Chex Mix. Chex Mix is a name brand, as you all well know. And it basically what they're called are Muddy Buddies. Peanut butter and chocolate flavored Chex snacks. So I guess they're like Chex infused with chocolate and peanut butter. So I picked up 2 of these because what I want to do is make sure I'm offering variety. There's different textures, there's different colors, and that's the whole point of the charcuterie board. You want to have a variety of different flavors to kind of play off of each other, and so there's a little bit of something that everyone will like. I picked up 2 of these, but these are great if you're going, you know, you're going to be on the go. Let's say you're going on a road trip. What a lot of us will do, I've done it myself, is that we stop at like a gas station, we like stack up on snacks, we buy all kind of snacks, drinks, and then we hit the road for our trip. So if you're going like on a road trip. Now, that can get pretty pricey. So what I would recommend is going to the Dollar Tree, because you're gonna save a lot of money, especially when you're buying, you know, sodas, you know, any type of refreshments, beverages, a lot of snacks. Dollar Tree sells a lot of name brand snacks. You have all kind of chips, Doritos, Cheetos, if you like corn chips, if you like dips, all kind of candy bars, you know, and here's a prime example of the different products that they carry. So you can stock up there. You're going to pay like literally 1/3 of the cost of what you would if you stopped at a gas station. So you stack up on your snacks and you can hit the road and you can be munching along as you go away. So these I picked up for the purpose of the charcuterie board. Okay, these are going to be going on my Tablescape. These are gorgeous. So what we have here are clay pots, and there's tons and tons and tons of uses for these. So if you're a person that likes to grow your own herbs, you know, thyme, basil, parsley, you name it, and maybe you have, you know, your kitchen window, you know, where your sink is at, maybe you have a little window above your kitchen sink. We have something set up like that. And you want to put your little pots and you want to grow your you have your own little herb garden in your kitchen. This is a really great thing to have. Another thing to do with it is, you know, if you have kids and you're introducing them into gardening and you want to get them their own pots, they can paint their names on there, they can decorate these, and these are so inexpensive. So in this situation, you're getting 2 clay pots for $1.25. It says that they're 3.5 inches in diameter. So same thing if you want to use them outdoors, you know, you want to enhance your gardening space. These are so pretty, you know, that classic clay pot look. They're gorgeous. They work into all different types of decor. What I'm going to do is, my goal is to, or my vision is to incorporate them into my Tablescape, my Easter Tablescape. I saw a couple of pictures on Pinterest. They kind of gave me some inspiration with these type of pots, and we'll see how it works out. I've even considered putting like tea lights in them, or the battery operated kind, and having them on the table, and we'll see if that works out. So I picked up several of those. Now let's talk about some items that I picked up outside of Dollar Tree. Now I'm sure the Dollar Tree carries these type of products Unfortunately, all their Easter stuff is not out yet, and I didn't want to wait. I'm not very patient. And I was like so excited to get this tablescape done for you all. For those of you who are interested in it, that I went elsewhere to pick these items up. So one of them being the eggs. So they do sell these in a little carton of 6, which I've shown you the golden ones. I didn't want golden ones. I wanted speckled ones of different colors. So these I picked up for $4.99 at home. And as you can see, you're getting all different kind of speckled eggs, but these tend to be in like hues of blues and greens, and it looks like a little bit of like a off green yellowish color. They do also come in like pinks and purples and other colors, but I selected this color scheme because it ties into like the plates that I selected, and I wanted to stay in that family of like the teals and the natural colors, and not so much the pastel pinks and purples, because that doesn't go with my look. But if you are interested in those type of colors, then they do carry them, and they're $4.99. They also have larger packages if you wanted more eggs for higher prices. This one is coming with, it says that it has 12. So I'm getting 12 eggs here, which is perfect for what I'm doing. So I didn't need more than that. But again, these are products that Dollar Tree carries. They just didn't have them when I went by, and I visited several stores, and I didn't want to wait. So I went ahead and picked them up at home. So I would have saved myself, you know, some money, you know, maybe about $2, $3 had I got them at Dollar Tree. Another item that I picked up at Dollar Tree that is something that you can possibly get, no, I'm sorry, at home. I picked it up at home. This is something you could possibly get at Dollar Tree, which are these ceramic eggs. These are not eggs, y'all. These are bunnies. I don't know why I said eggs. So basically, it's from Grace Mitchell. She's one of the interior designers. She has collections at home, and from her collection, her Easter collection of decor and gardening stuff, she put out these cute little bunnies. So as you can see, this one's kind of doing like a little, I don't know, like a headstand, or I'm not sure what he's doing here, but it's ceramic, it's white, and I'm sure the Dollar Tree will put out something similar involving bunnies. So I picked him up like this, and I also picked him up like this. Now these are $4.99 each, and again, these were picked up at the At Home Decor store. So formerly Garden Ridge, for those of y'all who are familiar. So this one's kind of like reaching up to grab something. So I picked up 3 of these. The one that's doing the handstand, this one, and another one doing a handstand. These are the only ones that I found. But I want to incorporate these in my table. So considering the eggs and these bunnies, and one more item, which is going to be the charger plates, but I will talk to you guys about that when we get downstairs into the formal dining room, and I'll let you know what I'm going to be doing with those. Okay, last items, I believe, let's see, yes, these are going to be the last items, are these florals here. So I showed you some florals yesterday. These are different kind. I wanted to make sure that I had an abundance of florals for my tablescape because I wanted to look thick and lush and just very spring-like. So I picked up another set of foliage. Now, you may say, hey, you showed those yesterday or in the other video. These are a little bit different, y'all. So these have like little balls on them. I don't know if you can see that. So some kind of little berry or little ball. It's just calling it foliage. I picked up, I believe, 4 of these. And so I'm gonna be incorporating them in the table. I also picked up these. These are being called baby's breath. I remember baby's breath to be smaller, but it says it's baby's breath. Picked up several of these because I wanted to use a lot of white flowers, a lot of green, a lot of white. And so I'm going to be incorporating that. Okay, this is baby's breath as I recall it. So this is also being called baby's breath. So as you can see, the flowers are much finer. And again, in white. So these are the 3. Plus whatever I showed you yesterday, flowers I plan to incorporate into that look. So this is this whole, you know, bunch full of all this foliage that I bought, you know, all the different kind of flowers. So you get a good look at those. And if you don't like the color I selected, or you want more pinks and yellows and purples, or more colors, you can definitely go that route. They have a huge variety of spring florals right now. Okay, and the last item that I picked up that I plan to use in the Tablescape are going to be these. So you have these galvanized, what are they called? Vase. It's a metal vase with rope. So there's several things that I think of when I see these. If you guys have an upcoming wedding, and this is your aesthetic, maybe you're doing a rustic, maybe you're going to do like you want a rustic kind of look to your wedding, you want a farmhouse kind of look to your wedding, these would be perfect for that type of wedding. And they're so inexpensive. You can certainly pick this kind of items up at decor stores, you know, Home Goods, at home. You are not going to pay $1.25 for these. And when you start having to decorate multiple tables with these items, it adds up very quickly. Another thing to do with these, you know, just to use them around your house, put florals in them. And especially if you're going for that whole rustic farmhouse look, these tie in perfectly. Another thing you can use is where you put it, you know, your kitchen utensils in, you know, your spatulas, your whisk, your spoons, whatever. The strainers, there's all kind of different kitchen utensils you can put in here. You can even do some kind of rub-on transfer. You can use your Cricut and maybe write kitchen utensils on here or whatever, and then use them in your kitchen. So, you know, for gardening, of course, you know, you want to use them for your gardening. So there's a lot of different uses for these. They're super beautiful. Also, if you want to put topiary in here, that would be another thing to do with it. But what I plan to use them for is my Tablescape. Okay, so we're going to put this video on pause. The next time you see me, we're going to be downstairs and we're going to be setting up the Easter themed Tablescape. Y'all wish me luck, because right now it's in here and I have to get what's in here and translate it into real life. And sometimes it doesn't always translate, but we're sure as hell going to do our best. And I'm hoping to knock it out the ballpark. Thank you for watching. I'll be right back with you. Okay, guys, welcome back. So we're moving into phase 2 of setting up the Easter themed Tablescape. So I've bought out all my stuff, and we're going to be doing it in the formal dining room. I never really film in the formal dining room because it's kind of dim in here. We have a lot of trees in front of our windows here because of landscaping, so it makes it hard to get good lighting. So I've stacked up all the accessories that I plan on using, and then I'll go through them one by one as I'm moving through the video. So you can kind of gauge an idea of where our formal dining room is located. The entryway to the house is right there, the front door, and then this is the foyer or the entryway. I think you guys have seen part of that, but yeah, this is a formal dining room that we're going to be filming in. And then the china cabinet sits off to the side over here. But anyway, we rarely dine in here, y'all. It's more decorative than anything. We'll do it like on special occasions or if we have a lot of people in the house. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I hope you'll enjoy what we come up with. Fingers crossed that it turns out like it is in my mind, or my mind's eye. I have a vision in my head, so now I just have to make it become a reality. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so what I'm planning to start with are these charger plates. So I picked these up at Hobby Lobby, and they kind of have a rustic look. Now, what is kind of like grinding my gears here is that I bought some that were very similar. They have a wood grain style to them at the Dollar Tree, and I gave them to my son when he got his apartment. Now, his apartment has a very like an industrial rustic kind of look. So you have a lot of metals and woods combined. Really cute. I helped him to decorate it, and I bought him these gorgeous charger plates that they sell at Dollar Tree. If I can find them on the website, I'm going to show them to you. I'll add a clip in here so you can see what I'm talking about. He can't locate them because I asked him to bring them over. He can't find them, so I'm making do with these. So these are going to be the charger plates that I'm going to use. Now, you also saw that I purchased these placemats. So these are going to be my placemats. I picked them up because I like the rustic look of them. They look like wood, and so I'm going to be setting these up along with the plate. So I'm going to layer the placemat followed by the charger plate, and then we're going to follow up with the dinner plate and the salad plate that I have there. So all these items, with the exception of these charger plates here, are from Dollar Tree. I would have Dollar Tree charger plates if it had not been for Third Prince. So I've already asked them about them. I've gotten tired of waiting, so we're going to move on. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so now what you can see is that I have placed all the placemats down on the table. I have added the charger plates, and I have layered them with the dinner plate and the salad plate. Now, ideally, I would have liked my the other ones, the other charger plates at Dollar Tree sells, because they have a more deeper wood color. They have a very pretty wood grain style. I think they would have worked well with what I'm trying to accomplish here, but I don't have those, so I'm making do nonetheless. You can definitely pick up charger plates at the Dollar Tree, and they do have those wood grain style ones. I have picked them up there. I haven't been able to find them as of late, but they do have them on the website, and I'll show you a picture of those. So now what I'm going to do is add the napkins that I plan to use, and then the glasses that I'm going to be using that come from the Dollar Tree. So these glasses here, they are by Cristar, and I'm going to be using them as my drinking glass. If you prefer clear glass, you can do that as well. Or again, if you're going to be changing up the whole color scheme, this is just to give you an idea of how to set it up. So remember, the napkins are going to be going down, the silverware and the glassware. So I'll be right back after that's been set up. Okay guys, so now what I'm doing is creating a decorative, use of napkins. So I'm using an egg, the napkin, and also some jute twine to create what looks like a little bunny, and that's going to sit in the center of my plates. So I'll show you exactly how I'm going to do it. You basically take the napkin and you're going to open it up. You'll start at a corner, and like you would roll up like a bandana, you just start rolling it along. So let me try to speed this process along. And when it gets to this point right here, you're going to stick the little egg right here in the center. Now these happen to have ribbons on them. That's how they came from at home. I'm just going to cover up the ribbon toward the back. And then I'm going to fold the egg like this, or fold the napkin around the egg like this. And I'm going to use a jute twine to hold it in place. I'm going to tie it in a bow, similar to what you would tie, if you're tying your shoelace. And this is going to hold the little bunny ears together. And these are going to be my napkins. Now you can always place an additional napkin under your silverware, like what I have set up here. So as you can see, it's starting to look like a little bunny. And here we are. So this is what it should more or less look like. Okay, and that's going to go in the center of my plates here. All right, we'll be right back for the next step. Okay, so now what I've done is, if you guys don't particularly care for the twine on the, or what I use to tie the bows, the twine, the jute twine, another alternative would be, what is it called? Raffia, and those are my sons talking in the background. So you can use raffia in lieu of the twine. I think the raffia would be a beautiful pop of this natural wood color and would just bring another element to the table. So what I've done was, I set down the moss, okay? Alright guys, so what I did was I set down the moss first. I layered the moss first on the table. I kind of spread it out. And then what I did after that is I set these individual metal vases, or these galvanized metal vases, in between. I scattered them out a little bit. So I have 1, 2, 3. Then I came back and layered some of this greenery. So I'll show you what the greenery looks like. This is what it looks like, and I kind of layered it in between the vases and on top of the moss. Now you may see some stems exposed here. That's okay. I'm going to come back with moss, and we're going to cover up the stems so they won't be exposed. So this is going to be where the center of the table is at. All right, guys, I'll be right back. We're going to add some florals and some more accents. Okay guys, so this is kind of where we're at. I've spread it out a little bit. Hopefully you can see what all it's looking like right now. So I've put out the vases. I filled them with flowers. Now I'm going to be introducing my terracotta, or my pots here. Is it terracotta? What is it called? clay pots. It says clay pots. So I'm going to be introducing these into the decor, as well as the little bunnies that I have straight ahead, and what's residual of my eggs. And let's not forget the birdhouses. So right now I don't know exactly where they're going to go. I'm going to play around with it. And once they're in the right place, I'll know it. Just aesthetically, I'll be able to figure out, yes, that's where they go. They look great there. And so I'll be right back after I've set those up for you. Okay, y'all, and now for the reveal. I've set everything out that I was planning to use. You can always incorporate, like I said, if you do not like where I use, primarily like white florals or, a lot of neutral colors, you can always bring in, more pastel colors, your pinks, your yellows, your mint greens, your purples, your lavenders. I decided to go with a neutral palette, and also mainly because of the color of the plates that I was able to find. So I'm going to go over, over the table more thoroughly so you can see exactly what I came up with. I hope you like what I have displayed here. I wanted to bring basically like a garden look inside. So basically we have a garden and I brought it inside and I've displayed it on the table, and that's kind of the aesthetic I was going for. So I'm going to put this video on pause and then we're going to get an up close look at what the table spread looks like. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so this is what it's looking like if you wanted a more up close look. So let's start with the plates here, or with the place setting. So what I always do is when I'm putting what is it called, placemats, I always move like the charger plate and the plates to the left of the placemat, so it allows room for, your drinkware and also for your flatware. So here we have, the flatware that I showed you. These glasses here, this drinkware, it is from Dollar Tree. The flatware is from Dollar Tree. This salad plate, the dinner plate are from Dollar Tree. The napkins, the jute twine are from Dollar Tree. Now, the eggs, the speckled eggs, as aforementioned, are from At Home, the At Home decor store. They do sell speckled eggs at Dollar Tree. I could not find them, so I had to make do. I'm sure they'll be out in the stores soon. I just couldn't find them in any of my stores. And the whole idea was to make this napkin look like a little bunny. Another way to do this, again, is in lieu of jute twine to use raffia. I think that would have been a beautiful alternative. So here's what our place setting looks like. So we have 4 place settings here, and I've matched them to be identical. And I could have used white napkins instead to create like a white bunny instead of, the beigey taupey color that I found for the napkins. I did have white napkins instead. Okay, so what I wanted to do was create the image of having a garden on the center of my table. Another way to add to this look would be to place a runner across the center of our table. I do have runners for this table, but none of them match the look of what I'm trying to create here, and I did not have time to go buy some. So just so you can see up close, we use the galvanized metal vases with the jute twine wrapped around the top. I added the faux florals, so in the greenery as well as the lilacs and the baby's breath, those were placed inside of the vases. I also incorporated the terracotta, or also known as, what do they call them? The vases, or the pots. I can't think of what they're called right now, but I incorporated the pots. A lot of the baby's breath went down here at the bottom. I added even details of adding moss inside the little pots, and you see the little bunnies. Now, the little bunnies were purchased at Home, but I'm sure the Dollar Tree will be putting out something similar. Even if they come out in multiple colors, you can always paint them solid white so that you can create this look. And here, of course, are the gorgeous, super adorable birdhouses, so I added those as well. So as you can see, there's a mixture of different greeneries, and what I used was a moss to cover up these stems, so you wouldn't be able to see the stems throughout the display. In some cases, I added the eggs inside the jars, or rather the pots, the clay pots. I placed some sideways, some sitting upright, and I incorporated eggs, a couple of the eggs, the speckled eggs, throughout the display. So overall, this is what the display looks like. I'll back up a little bit so you can see it. And I could have done it much larger. I'm doing it for a place of 4 place settings. You know, if you have a larger table, you would just need to add more elements, spread it out a little bit more. I wanted to make sure I put gaps in between the taller floor, the florals, because you want to be able to carry on conversation past the decor, because the last thing you want to do is have all this decor and then you can't see the people sitting in front of you. So you want to create space between the decor that you place on your table. Another idea would be to put flickering faux candles or battery operated candles inside of this. You can add fairy lights inside of this as well to give it a whole other look, or even put like tea light faux candles, battery operated candles inside of the clay pots. But I hope you like the overall look that I was going with. I wanted to create a really pretty, like I said, an Easter display, but that would look like it came out of a garden. So I hope you like today's video and how I showed you that you can use almost all Dollar Tree products. Had it not been for the charger plate that I got my son and that he cannot locate, and that they had not put the eggs out when I needed them to at Dollar Tree. You know, I'm kind of early with it. And outside of the little bunnies, which I'm sure these items you can find at Dollar Tree, this would have been 100% a Dollar Tree table spread. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. Catch you at the next video. Bye.